One technique for withholding that I really like for S corporation owners is reducing your federal withholding down to zero. Now, what's beneficial about this is because instead of, when you're an S corporation, you're paying reasonable compensation, but you're also taking distributions. And so in reality, your tax bill is going to be based on those wages and the profit that's coming, that's feeding those distributions, right? So your withholding number, unless you tinker with it, is never going to be sufficient. You're going to be having to make estimated payments anyway. And so in my mind, I would much rather you just make estimated payments for your whole tax balance, because then you have control over it, right? When you have withholding on that W-2, you're kind of stuck with whatever you've put into that over lockboxed at the Fed, versus when you're making estimated payments, you control when those payments go over. And as long as you're making your safe harbor payments, you're not going to be, triggering underpayment penalties, but you just have a lot more control. And so that's why I prefer just having zero withholding on W-2s for owners, and then just making everything through the estimated payments, because then you have complete control on the timing and what happens, rather than it just happening automatically. So that's my recommendation when it comes to federal withholding for a lot of S corporations. Now, it can always be different, but it's something that I think a lot of people don't realize you have the control over.